What's going on, sports fans? It's your boy Josh Williams back again with another edition of the American Fan 365 podcast. I am, of course, joined by the incomparable, beautiful Miss Rosine Frangie, the front row.
Hello.
How are you doing?
You know what? I'm just living the dream, trying to stay humble because I'm here with you and Georgie.
Yes.
Well, first off, we're going to bring this mic down just a little bit.
Oh, why?
Because
Okay.
it looks like you...
It's blocking my Jesus piece.
100%. So...
Okay.
First off, how are you doing? How's everything? Everything's all right? We're looking forward. We're moving into the holiday season where we got some giveaways that we're going to talk about.
I can't wait to talk about the giveaway, but we're going to save that until the very end. Everything is good. You know, I love the holidays. I'm like Buddy the Elf. I've been decorated at home, and I just love this time of year. Between that and, you know, crunch time in football, my heart is happy. And then other things happening in sports, but I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know, the trip to New York was a success. Had a good time. My girlfriend, don't ask how, she forever is always going to games. So this was her first football game. She got me tickets.
Wait, why?
This is her first NFL game ever. She never been to one. And
How long have you dated?
We've dated for 2.5. So I leave. She doesn't want to go. This was my birthday present. Anyway, let me get to the story.
He went to the Giants-Commanders game.
Commanders game. Her first baseball game.
Her dad's a Giants fan, though.
Yes. Anyway, let's
Yes,
not
yes,
dwell on the past.
Past?
Well, he's passed. He's passed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. But no. So her first baseball game, right? We go to our first baseball game. I not only catch a ball, which never happens, right? I catch a ball, didn't fumble it, caught it, and then she saw a balk. That was her first baseball experience. And I'm trying to explain to her what a balk is. I'm like, honestly, half of us don't know what a balk is, really. We just know we cheer when it happens because the pitcher screwed up. But if you really ask somebody like, yeah, so explain what a balk is to someone that does not know. So then,
There's even technicalities around it.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Like, it's like some pitch, anyway. But then her first NFL game, Giants-Commanders, back forth, great game, you know, a lot of drama, a lot of inadequacies showing up.
The Giants played like they wanted a tie. I was really...
Yes.
No, they played like they wanted a tie. I was very disappointed because Dabs, I mean, you think about that Ravens game, we went for it on a 4th and 3, and it was 4th and 1.
Nope.
We didn't go for it. I was like, what in the fuck is going on?
But
Jason
I mean,
Garrett there?
But I mean, truthfully though, for that game to end in a tie, like it was because
it was almost poetic.
Because we jumped out 10-0. Like you guys were starting to boo. I'm like, y'all booing in the first quarter? I was like, they were like, yeah. I was like, we boo, and I was like,
Giants fans are, but you know the trauma that we've been through. Nobody's expecting you to win.
No, they're not. I have to again tell you, and I have to tell you this on air. Giant fans are some of the best fans I have met in my life. I mean, and I'm not surprised because you and I always have gotten along, and you know, just in terms of all the different folks that I interviewed, which will be coming out on the page and different things. You know, when I get George, George, you got all the information back there, right?
100%. That's all I work on all the time.
Well, remember when you and
Fair
I had a
enough.
conversation on the phone, I'm like, well, not actually in person, last time we filmed, I told you, I'm like, Giants fans are cool. You gave me a side eye. I'm like, I mean, the only games that I will not go to, the only 2 fist fights I've been in with men are Philly games. I mean, I think they were men because they had mustaches, but considering all the women have mustaches too that root for the Eagles, they could have been women. I think they were men, but I won't go to an Eagles game, but Giants fans are cool. See, we're the first ones. Okay, when I go to Giants-Cowboys games in Arlington, I have to tell you, they are the nicest fans. You know who the jerk-offs are? It's the Jersey and the New York Dallas fans.
It's the same way for Redskin fans. When I had season tickets, the reason I gave you a look, let's go ahead and get over what the look was. The reason I gave you a look was because I don't know if these are New York Giant fans that live in D.C. or if these are Giant fans that come down and they're a little bit more lubed up than normal.
Sure.
But I Yeah, it was to the brink of death. A few of these fights on the ramp.
No,
walking
it's
up out
Eagles
of there.
fans. Wait, what do you think? Who do you think is the single worst fan base in football?
It's tough. It's tough.
No, it's not. It's Philly.
The Cowboy fans are Cowboy fans as a whole, because I'm telling you, the ones that have
Yes.
never even seen the state of Texas, that's a different breed of
Cowboys
retarded.
fans, they're special people, because 2 weeks into training camp, they're already getting Lombardi tattoo.
We're going. This is the year.
This is our year. You know what I love right
Let's
now?
ride.
Right now, let Russ cook. Right now, we're going through this cycle. Right now, it's this our year. But if this isn't their year, I promise you, they're not going to have one, because that team is fire. But you know what? You know who's going to do them in? Themselves, the fans. But seriously though, even with that, worst fan base, Philly. I said it, and I want all the smoke. Philly fans, let's go. Because I'm going to bring up when you put a gorilla suit in a coffin and you sent it down the river when T.O. left. I'm going to bring up when that little girl won a contest and went on a scavenger hunt during halftime and you booed a little girl. I'm going to talk about when you jerk off through batteries of Santa Claus. Please. And I'm going to bring up the Bill Burr rant, because you're awful people. Anyways.
Awful people.
Awful
All
fucking
right.
people. And you have a monument to a fake fucking athlete. Rocky's not real.
Wait.
I hate to ruin
what about
Christmas.
Raider fans though?
No. Philly fans are way. By the way, just so you know, I hate to ruin Christmas, but Rocky wasn't real. Okay.
She always
He
does
didn't
this.
beat Ivan Drago.
Listen.
Go on.
All right. I have to say something about this on air, because you always do this. For men, listen, Rocky is the only movie, and George can attest to this in the back. Rocky is the only movie that it will come on, and if I hear Hearts on Fire in Rocky IV, I'm gonna drop down and start doing push-ups.
And Eye of the Tiger.
Push-ups.
We're just men. What do you mean just men?
I mean, you
I'm just
didn't
saying-
feel it.
I'm
It
just
didn't.
saying, First of all, I have a picture in front of the Rocky statue. Okay, but one of my favorite moments is when somebody threw a Steve Weatherford jersey. He was a kicker for the Giants on the Rocky, and that's a big motherfucking statue. I don't know how they got up there, but this is why I love Giants fans, because when there's a will, there's a way. Except if we're gonna win. Anyways, but no, Philly fans are by far the worst.
All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. First up, news of the day, news of the month, definitely news of this quarter. Welcome home, Brittney Griner.
Yes.
You officially got traded for the Merchant of Death. Let's just talk about, this might be the most lopsided trade in the history. This beats the Herschel Walker trade.
What the fuck kind of comparison?
This beats the Herschel Walker trade. Let's just talk about this. You got sent away for a vape pen that had some cannabis or cannabinoid oil in it, and we had to give up a known killer?
I mean...
Hey, look. No. I forget the other gentleman's name, the operative, the spy that's in jail too. They're trying to double the trade for.
How about the Marine?
He didn't. Yes, the Marine. Thank you. He's been over there since 2018. How the heck she jumped the line?
His name is Paul Whalen, by the way.
Thank you.
And
he's in jail. How she go first?
I'm gonna
see
tell you.
How am I in it? That's that how am I in it? Right there.
I mean, that's my energy too. But what annoyed me even more was I was watching the press conference this morning. I was having my coffee, and I'm watching.
Wait, hold the coffee. Give me the hold the coffee look. You were doing it earlier.
I was like this. I was like, and I had to stop. It was President Biden. It was Kamala Harris. And I'm glad to see Kamala out in public. I think she recovered from her BBL finally.
Finally.
So,
It's been a minute.
it's been a second.
Girl.
Where have you been?
Girl, I mean, she got her nose done. It's been
No.
It's been a lot.
But they didn't show her. So, anyways.
They didn't show her from the bottom down.
But anyways, it's been a minute, girl. We haven't seen you. So anyways, okay. And it was Brittney Griner's wife, Sherelle. All right. Sherelle's name isn't that difficult.
Sherelle.
It's Sherelle. My name is Rosine. I know if I'm in a room and somebody says Roxanne, I know they're talking about me. There are just certain names that I get that,
You
okay?
let it slide.
But Sherelle, it's like, okay. And then so President Biden was like, I'm very happy to announce that we were on a phone call this morning. It was myself, Vice President Harris, and Shireen. And then it was Sheree. I'm like she by Sheree, like joggers. September,
March, June.
Spring.
Joggers. Yeah.
And then it was like Sharina. I'm like, and you know what? Sherelle was so gracious. She didn't even blink. She's like,
my chick coming home.
Listen, you can call her Nicholas. Just bring her home. I was like, oh my gosh. But also, you know, we have a Marine that's left behind, Paul Whelan, and I'm not saying nobody, like one person's more important than the other, but they made it a point to talk about how, you know, how Paul Whelan's family feels about it, and they said, and President Biden was like, they understand this is what we had to do. I'm over here like, let me explain something to you. If my husband fought for this country and he's still back home. Well, I actually saw a really funny meme that said, clearly Vladimir Putin knows nothing about America if he takes a female basketball player hostage.
Well, apparently, I mean, listen, you know, he might, because in the end, it was a news story. It did keep the war on our lips and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I mean, it's about notoriety, and she's a high visibility person.
Yes.
So
yeah. I mean, listen, she's definitely one of the greatest basketball players that have played in the WNBA. You know,
but still, fuck Ivan Drago. I mean, this all goes back to Rocky IV.
I'm just saying it's a bit of a lopsided trade. It is what it is.
But you know what? I'm happy she's coming home. That's that.
Yes. And stop taking illegal substances into other countries.
No other country's rules and regulations and protocol. Like that's the thing. This is why the rest of the world thinks Americans are arrogant, because we are lucky to live here and have the freedoms that we do. We can't just assume that other countries are fine with it as well. Yeah. But I don't want to get any more political than that. But just come on, know your shit.
That's fair. All right, Ro, let's move on to the MLB. First up and foremost, your guy, Aaron Judge, 9 years, $360+ million.
Aaron James Judge.
Yes, from the video. Oh yeah,
there was a fan video that was going around.
Holy smokes!
This guy was like,
he wanted it with everyone. San Francisco.
He said fuck Klay Thompson. He said fuck Jordan Poole. He had to bring Jordan Poole into it.
And Draymond.
And Steph. Everybody. I'm burning the whole neighborhood down.
He said. What did he say about Queens? He was like, you really thought he was coming to Queens?
He's like, I don't care how much money your corny ass owner has. He's not going to fucking Queens. I mean, not for nothing. I don't really like to go into the Bronx, but that's a whole nother subject. But the only reason I do go into the Bronx is for Peter Luger's and to go watch the Yankees. But thank God, you know what? I didn't like the way the Yankees went about it. The fact that Cashman's deal was announced before Aaron Judge's deal was so tacky. And Aaron Judge was upset that other previous terms had been late. He's a consummate gentleman to me. He's very much Derek Jeter-like. You know, I love the way he went about it. It's still not as high as Mike Trout's contract, which equates to $425 million. I am happy that they gave him, because he wants to be he wants to be a Yankee captain. I mean, that's the dream, right?
Yeah. Who's the captain right now, the Yankees? They don't have one, right?
Well, Giancarlo.
Really?
Yes.
Moving on. The Boston Red Sox, talking about the Red Sox, they signed Kenley Jansen yesterday to a 2-year, $32 million deal. Don't yawn. That's solid. He's not Kenley, but that's still one to look at.
That's wicked awesome.
My Cubs signed Cody Bellinger
for 1 year. I saw that.
For 1 year, 17 and a half. Also, Jameson Taillon from your Yankees, 4 years, $68 million. We definitely need some middle relief.
I need the Yankees to sign a starting pitcher.
Yeah. I hope the Cubs can get the new Japanese pitcher. who's supposed to be
Oh.
another guy throwing 100 miles an hour. He's 29 though. He's not like Shohei when he can't. Because I wanted Shohei, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's not gonna be that good." I was like, "We'll see." Yeah,
They called it.
See how that turned out. The Cleveland Guardians signed Josh Bell, 2 years, $33 million. That was a bit of a chunk of money for him. Jose Abreu moves on to the Houston Astros, 3 years, $58 million. Let me see who else. That was a bigger deal. Edwin Diaz, we talked about this before. 5 years, $102 million to stay in Queens, stay with the Mets. Justin Verlander, 2 years, $86 million,
let's talk
and
about
a
this.
retirement plan.
Yeah, and lifelong insured. Like, what do we do with Justin Verlander?
Oh, the meme that you sent me where it was like Justin Verlander didn't want the pressure of a pennant race, so he signed with
He didn't
the
want the
Mets.
pressure of October baseball.
Like, dang, fair enough.
But honestly, listen, to me, he's forever an Astro, so fuck you.
Rizzo also 2 years, $40 million to stay in
I love
New York.
Anthony Rizzo.
The Phillies signed Trey Turner 11 years. I feel like Trey Turner's gotten a couple of these contracts where I'm like, wasn't he just a free agent? But Trey Turner
You're right.
11. I feel like he was. How did he like jump out of that when he got a Boris deal somewhere, the golden parachute? 11 years, $300 million. Let me see who else. Was there any other
To play
big
mediocre
ones?
baseball.
Yeah, like who's really afraid of you like that? Like, you're solid.
Nobody.
$300 million. Let's see. Robert Suarez.
Did they get Altuve lifts for his cleats yet? Okay.
No, I think
No.
he's still there. Jock Peterson moves on to the Giants, 1 year, 19.7. Wilson Contreras, my freaking Cubs, let him go. 5 years, $87.5 million to go to the Cardinals. So God bless.
I was sweating it. I thought Aaron Judge was going to go back to San Francisco. I was really fucking sweating it.
As much as that was a story, I didn't really think that was going to happen.
He didn't want to leave New York, but you think about the lowball offer they gave him. They offered him $217 million during the season. The man just broke the home run record for
the American League.
The American League, 62 home runs. You break Roger Maris's record. And not just that, you guys. He single-handedly saved the Yankees in August. They had a great year for the most part.
But August was awful.
August was because now we went from number one in the American League to I hope we can make the fucking playoffs.
Yes. You guys were like world beaters until the dog days of summer set in.
You know why? Because of our bullpen.
Yeah.
If we don't, and then everybody knows how I feel about Aaron Boone with his postseason bullpen management. You know what it's like? It's like getting a high school girl to be the den mother at a strip club. She doesn't know who needs to be on stage, fucking when. Cinnamon's doing her fucking makeup at 2 a.m.
Not
She
Cinnamon.
doesn't.
Hold on,
can't.
wait. You need to knock it off. That's too much for you today. Oh my God. Anyway, and finally,
she's having the DJ play Adele like off.
Hello.
From the other side.
Finally, the Texas Rangers signed Jacob deGrom 5 years,
That's right.
$185 million. So
That's
are the
a good
main,
signing. That's a good signing.
Yeah, I mean they're really pushing. So we'll see what they end up
Because the
doing.
Yankees requested physicals on him.
Yes.
On DeGrom. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Moving on to college football.
Yeah.
Did Deion Sanders make the right decision?
Abso-fucking-lutely, and I'm going to tell you why. This morning, I was watching his press conference. He said, when I was really thinking about what I wanted, what I've achieved, and what I want to give back to the thing that I love the most, it is the opportunity to win. Now, this move is criticized by a lot of people who thought that he should have been...
A lot of brown people. I'll talk on it, but go ahead.
Was criticized because they're like, he needs to be in in one of the Big Tens and this and that and the third. Why are you telling him where and what he needs to be? When he said, I want to give a team that has heart. When I saw them work out, when I did my visits, when I saw the heart, that's what made me come here, because I want to give them a real opportunity to win. And that's what the greats do. I want you to think about, I want you to name a Miami Hurricanes player before Jimmy Johnson coached there. Go ahead, I'll wait.
There's a few. There's a few.
Not you.
Well, because we won before, prior to Jimmy Johnson getting there. Jimmy Johnson helped. Okay, fair enough.
Not you.
Fair enough.
I want to find a Pats fan previous to 1982.
Okay, and you're taking it to 82 too.
So
when that throwback jersey was a sad bit.
Yeah, by the way, I love their old logo. Their old logo was fire.
It's dope, but it was a sad period as well. Like they did some sadness in there.
Patriot, like right here with the football. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I think it's a great move for him, and I hope he takes that team somewhere.
As much heart as he talks about, he also then hopped in and told everyone, better get your ass in that portal. So we'll see how it works out. I'll say this. I did, when the reports first started circulating, this is probably going back almost a month now, I didn't want him to leave Jackson State selfishly just because of what he had begun to build there.
Yeah, great program.
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of the eyeballs that he put on the HBCUs, I'll say in 3 years, he put more eyeballs on HBCUs than I've seen in my lifetime. And that's saying something, to get them on ESPN, not only to get them on ESPN, but get them highlighted on ESPN.
Yeah, but how about black coaches? How about getting more eyeballs on black coaches?
No, on just on everything.
Right.
But but
I just think that criticism is hypocritical.
Well, no, but I'll say this. What I read the other day, this is after he got hired, after he officially took the job, there possibly could be some misappropriation of funds that was going on at Jackson State that were taking money away from the football program, because the football program dumped millions of dollars into that school over the last 3 years. You know, you walk around, you see random people wearing Jackson State hats and Jackson State jerseys and hoodies and everything else. And they were ciphering off millions of dollars that was supposed to go to Deion and his coaching staff, and they didn't do it. So for that, and Deion spent, millions of his own money to give them a world-class facility. He replaced the tennis courts on campus and did different things around the campus to help that school and that facility.
Yep.
So for that reason, I understand it, even though it still sucks. It still feels like it sucks. Like I would have wanted, a black billionaire to come in and say, "Here, Deion, here's $20 million to stay."
Oh, really?
Out
that
there.
wasn't how you felt when we talked about Jay-Z taking over the Commanders, but okay.
What do you mean?
But keep this.
Jay-Z don't got it. He ain't got the money.
First of all, it was a partnership between him and Jeff Bezos.
That's right.
And you said that you wanted what's his bucket to come in.
No, I wanted Bezos. I wanted Bezos and Jay-Z.
No.
No, you were saying how I was saying I didn't want.
You were saying certain opportunities wouldn't be open.
That's right. If he was the lead person. Because I keep forgetting the man's name. The media mogul that also wanted to buy the team, the one that tried to buy the Broncos.
Oh man!
As well. But anyway,
I can't believe I forgot.
Well, you were talking. I was talking
about him.
That was who you were talking about, and
yes.
I was saying I didn't want him to be the owner because they would put red tape ahead of him.
That's right.
It wasn't because he was. It was. Because
I don't think they would
black.
have. I still don't think so.
Shoot,
But what's going on with the Commanders?
Hey. That'll be on another episode. That came a little too hot and heavy in the middle of us getting prepared. So I am not prepared. I have not read anything. But apparently the House Oversight Committee, on their way out, they were like, we got one. Let's go ahead and drop this fire mixtape on them one more time before we get up out of here. And
it was like, Kanye, let's break one last window. I walked in on Kim and this guy.
Toodaloo.
Sweet dreams.
Good night. But so we'll see about Deion. I mean, with UCLA and USC. Wait, who's leaving? It's UCLA. Is it UCLA and USC are leaving the Pac-12?
UCLA.
I think it's both.
It's both, right? To the Big Ten, which is
it both?
still,
I thought it was
which
just
is
you know they're
so
butt buddies
upsetting.
like that. They're butt buddies
That's
like that.
so upsetting.
Signed
But
the same contract.
But I mean, with them leaving, now the Pac-12 has opened some more. Now it's really just
I just
Oregon.
think the way
really.
that it's set up, it's like, see, a lot of people that I know that love football, like we do, don't watch college. And my friend Dave Maynard, he's a huge Giants fan. He lives in Rhode Island. He said, listen, the fact of the matter is the best teams will never play each other the way that it's set up now. And I mean, that's That's facts. So they've got to change it up. I feel like they have to have at least 4 conferences, you know, and it needs to change because the way that it's set up now, you'll have like a Purdue playing the number 1 team in the country.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think now with with the Rose Bowl coming in and now expanding the college football playoff, I think it will definitely get more interesting because if it goes, what are they saying, George? Is it going to 12?
Yeah. Rumors have it that it's going to either 12 or 8.
Yeah.
But if the college football playoff gets bigger, then let's keep the conferences the same. The travel's what's really crazy, man. It's like, how the hell are you going to have a West Coast team playing East Coast teams? We always say that that's worth points in the NFL, right? Like if a team's traveling coast to coast, it's going to take a wear and tear. And these are college kids
that are
doing this weekly.
And I always talk about with the college kids, this is why I don't bet college because they'll be a 24-point favorite. And then, snap, the quarterback broke up with his girlfriend and he crapped the bed for about
if you follow the
3
Twitter
quarters.
sphere, you're good, right?
Wait.
You can figure something out.
You guys, my friend Josh Lang, who's one of the biggest sports fans in the world, I love talking football with him, also one of my best friends. He just sent me a meme. It's a picture of Dave Gettleman.
Oh, no. Wait. Here, go this one, George. Go this one. You want to go here? Go here?
No. Go back to that one you
there
just had.
There you go. Can you see it?
It's a picture of Dave Gettleman, and it says, the architect behind the Brittney Griner. I am dead.
That's pretty good. It's a bad trade. It is a bad trade. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a bad trade.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Before we get out of college football, let's talk about the college football playoffs. First off, no Bama. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Because if they would have slid in a back door with 2 losses, I would have lost it.
They would have won it.
Yeah.
They would
have won it.
And then they would have won too. Like, of course you win.
I just don't like Nick Saban. He can go scratch.
Goodness gracious.
Thank goodness.
So the 2-3 game is Michigan versus TCU, the Fiesta Bowl.
The Hypnotoads. I'm Michigan all the way.
I hope Michigan can do it. I hope they can pull it off. It's been since Lloyd Carr.
If you don't root
Lloyd
for
Carr.
Rudy and Rudy's kin and Rudy's kin of kin, whether it be Notre Dame or Michigan, I'm just the rooter goes like that.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
And then the second game is Georgia versus Ohio State, which I don't know.
I got Georgia on it.
I think Georgia does it, but I think that I would not be shocked to see Michigan Ohio State part 2.
You know what? That's what I want to see because I'm sorry, Josh. Not you, Josh, but my friend Josh, because he's back in Ohio. He's diehard Ohio State. I want to see Michigan beat the brakes off of Ohio State for the second time.
Fair enough.
They can play in the snow. That's a fuck.
Open the roof.
Fuck Los Angeles or just artificial snow. That's all I would ask for if that happened. You know?
That's good stuff, George. All right, moving on to the NFL. George,
yes.
Show me how it started. Show me how it started.
Oh, this is how it started this season, right?
Oh my goodness. This haircut.
So
We've talked about this haircut.
What number on the Barber poster in Harlem is this? Is this?
Give me a 75. I need that 75 right there. That's the one. I want the shag on the side and then the shaved back.
And I need the extra Tress Flores just holding it all down.
Okay. All right, George. Now, how's it going?
Oh, 1 second, Josh.
Okay.
Before I say how it's
okay.
going, I
All
just have to, I'm just doing what a producer does. He just fills time, and then boom, this is how it's going.
This is how it's going. Aaron Rodgers versus the Bears this past weekend. Let's see it.
Hey, Packers, the potential transition to Jordan Love, but
2,
for
3,
all the moments,
4, 5,
Bay
6.
Packers, the potential transition to Jordan Love.
Is that too many seconds?
Man. That's a bit of a Heil Hitler.
A bit?
A bit?
A smidge?
I don't know if we can
We might get in trouble for keep playing this. You know
Yeah. You go ahead. I don't need us getting taken down.
Yeah, dude. The Josh Singer come after us.
I don't need us getting taken down. But man, Aaron Rodgers, like he's turning into can't get right off of life.
First
I don't
of
know.
all, I've been telling you about Aaron for a long time. This man there's going to be a lot coming out about him that you'll see. I mean,
you don't want to speak on certain things on
I don't
air.
want to speak on certain things. I'm just going to say that who you thought was on the Mount Rushmore of football.
He might be on the Mount Rushmore or something else. Moving on. And we'll actually, wait. Oh, Kanye approves of this message. Kanye, with the claps, with the gold digger claps. George, that's good. George is getting. He's starting to get our personalities.
I'm starting to get in my bag with you guys.
He's starting to get in his. He's starting to get our personalities. So I like it. I like it.
No, but really, as soon as somebody knows what number on the barbershop haircut poster that is, please let us know.
Please, add that to the.
I want the wet muskrat look.
The wet muskrat.
And if we could just keep the fade crispy just on the bottom, that's all.
No shadow, no burst, no shadow, no burst.
No burst.
Just no blend.
No
Don't
Nas.
blend it.
No Nas half moon.
Don't blend it.
Can I do it here? I love the Nas half moon. See, all the guys that I like, that's what they do.
Oh my God. No, don't blend it, please. Finally, not finally, but next up in NFL, OBJ, bro, I hate to tell you, but he ain't going nowhere. I don't think he's gonna sign this year. I think the time has come and gone. Outside of possibly Buffalo, because I know that they need him.
By choice, or do you think by teams going? You know what? Your second torn ACL. Yeah, a headache. We don't have time to have choreographed TikTok videos right now.
I mean, for me, I think it's a bit of both. I think it's both choice and by circumstance. I want to say it was Dallas came out and were saying, they found some things in the medical report.
Yeah, well, no, well, okay.
Well, go ahead and give me your Jerry Jones rendition of his interview.
So
that lets us know that he ain't going
really
to
quick.
Dallas.
So pre-Odell visit, Jerry Jones was like, he's an exciting young man because he's a lizard person. He's an exciting young man. That I can see. He symbolizes the star, the Dallas Star. He is everything that the Cowboys stand for and symbolize. He's got the talent. He's dynamic. He's Dallas. We already love him down here. Now.
Yeah, go ahead and give us the waffle now. Go ahead and give us the waffle.
So let's talk about the Odell tour. So on last Thursday, he met with the Giants. On Friday, it was Buffalo. And on Monday, it was Dallas. And Monday night, he went to the Mavericks game with Micah Parsons. Yeah.
See, they're chanting OBJ.
Oh, this is at the game. Okay, George is on it. They wanted him. He's at the game with Micah Parsons. Was that Corey?
With Trayvon Diggs.
Wait, but was that Corey
Gamble?
Yes. Run that back.
No.
Look at that. Look at the bald man sitting next to him.
Oh, that is Corey Gamble.
Is that Corey Gamble?
No, that's way too young to be Corey Gamble.
Hey.
No. That's not Corey Gamble.
Hey, I don't know.
That's not Corey Gamble.
I promise you haven't seen him and Corey Gamble in the same room.
I can tell you that's not Corey Gamble because his jewelry's a lot better.
Oh my God.
Okay. So he was with Dallas. He was, he did the physical, this at the third, went to the Mavericks game, this at the third. All right, and so the next day they interviewed Jerry Jones about the visit.
Yep.
So now you felt the energy for the first one. This is the second interview after Odell's visit. It was. Yeah, Odell's a great young man. We enjoyed having him. We spent a great deal of quality time with him, and we think he's a great young man, but it has to be the right fit for both sides. The tone was very, very, very different.
Yeah.
Maybe
Wasn't talking about the star being on, because he kept saying, oh, he's going to have the star on.
the star.
The star looks good on him.
It's like Yosemite Sam, right? But no, the tone was very he didn't keep that same energy. I'll tell you that right now. It was very, very different. Because let's think about it. Yes, he's a phenomenal talent. He's a generational talent. He has 2 torn ACLs.
Yeah.
And, somebody commented on an Instagram post I had and said, are you forgetting what he did last year? I'm like, the Rams ain't asking for him back. They're not begging for him back. They have the cap space. They could have. And he's like, well, it wasn't the right fit. I said, let's talk about Cleveland. He was playing with his best friends. He was with Jarvis Landry, yep. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Nkansa, Bitonio. He was friends with Baker Mayfield, from what I understand. Not good friends. They didn't go to LSU together, clearly. But so that wasn't the right fit either. Yeah, and the Giants wasn't the right fit either. And then people forget how unloyal he is. These hoes ain't loyal, number one. And maybe Jerry Jones saw, the tape of Odell fighting the net again.
Yes. Redskins net 1, Odell -5. Lord have mercy. When he started Commanders. When he started crying in that game, I knew he wasn't the one. I was like,
he was fighting. He was punching air. He was.
Oh
angry.
my God, he's that kid in the neighborhood that like, I ain't crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because of adrenaline. Like he was that kid. 1,000%. He was that kid, and I was like, he's not gonna be the guy. Because remember, this is when he still had the soul glow blowing in the back.
First of all, he has more highlights in his head than he did for 2 seasons, and people forget that. And I'm not even. Listen, he's very, very talented, and yes, this
never trust a guy who is in a Drake music video. It's very, very. It's a good call.
Why? No, there's been a lot of. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't trust Future either, right? Because Future was in a Drake video.
AB was also in a Drake music video.
Ooh, it's all coming together.
But not Ahmad Bradshaw. That's a different AB.
Before we get off of OBJ, we stay tuned. I don't know if we're gonna do this on air, but we're gonna be dropping an ad.
Actually, let's talk about it. You want
to talk about it just briefly on air? All right,
yeah, let's talk about it.
We are going to be doing an OBJ rookie card, autograph rookie card giveaway for our fans.
Yep.
And it's going to be entailing you sign up, be a subscriber. So, we're gonna talk about it. We're still working on all the kinks.
I'll give you guys the basics though. So Josh and I are both avid memorabilia collectors, and you know how on Friday where it was
I got a Peyton Manning refractor.
Well, hold on.
Weekend.
Yeah. Or no, go ahead, Josh. Tell your story.
No. Go. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about you.
I hate you so much. Go.
So, you know how like it was both their bikes, but they could keep it at Debo's house. This is how the card is between Josh and I. It's both our cards, but we just keep it at Josh's house. So we're doing an OBJ rookie card, autographed rookie card giveaway. And so to be eligible, what we think is going to happen, actually not think, I think we've decided on this. Yeah. So to be eligible, okay, you have to follow the American Fan 365 on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube and like at least 2 of our videos. Once you've done that, please DM the American Fan 365 on IG with your name and let us know that you completed the steps. And we are going to be doing the drawing live on our Christmas show.
So and that'll be Christmas. Christmas falls on a Sunday, so it'll be that Christmas week.
It'll be that week. We'll let you guys know when we'll be in studio and when we'll be doing the drawing. But yeah, and we'll take a picture of it and we will post it on our IG, and we're really excited.
That's it. All right. So before we get out of NFL, let's do a few picks. I know we got about 20 minutes, so we're doing pretty good on time. I'm proud of ourselves.
Take your time. We don't have any shows after this.
I mean, still try to keep us to an hour.
Yeah. You're 20 minutes on the dot. There we go.
There it is. I've been paying attention back here.
I let Josh do the time.
Yeah, I'll be trying. I'll be trying my best. Up first, in Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, not in Vegas. It's going to be in LA. But the Raiders versus the Rams. Rams 6.5 point Vegas 6.5 point favorites on Thursday Night Football. Who you got?
I think the Raiders are going to shock the world. And that's where you'll rarely hear me say that. I think the Raiders are going to win.
Raiders are going to win.
I think they're riding off of momentum. I do. I think they're going to win.
I think depending on how Josh Jacobs performs, because they still do have a stout defense on the other side. I think depending on how Josh Jacobs performs, I think it'll be an easier win. But if if they're able to slow him down at all, then they could get into a dogfight, and then it's a toss-up. So
yeah, an alley dog fight, like strays. Ew.
Up next. Actually, a very good game. Remember, I believe the Jets beat them earlier in the season. The Jets versus the Bills. Bills are a 10-point favorite at home. Who you got?
Oh, my God. I think the Bills are going to wreak havoc and project all the anger out on the Jets with Mike White. If he's the starting quarterback or if Zach is the starting quarterback, because I know that Sal is making it a quarterback like contest week to week. Yeah, for week to week. But I don't think the Jets right now. December football is a very different animal, just like playoff football is a very different animal. Right now, it's just they're not going to be embarrassed in that division. They need the wins. So I think it's going to be Bills. I think it's going to be a 2-score game.
Well, I think, I feel like the Bills, they need to put their stamp down on this division.
Yes.
Because for a generation, literally, it was the Patriots division. Unless Tom was hurt, the one year that they didn't win.
Actually, when Jimmy G started, the first year that they started Jimmy G, I think 4 times Jimmy G won all 4 games. But
that was Deflategate year. He won 3, and then he got hurt, and then Jacoby Brissett came in and he won.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
I got you. There it is.
Yes.
But I mean, for the Bills to really start to be who they want to be, they need to beat, even though the Jets are developing into a really good team, they need to beat them. I just feel like 10 points is a lot. The Jets aren't a bad team.
No, they're not a bad team, but right now it's you. Now you got to take your dick out and show them how big it is. We're just at that point in the season.
Fair enough. Said by Roe. Not gonna talk about Bengals Browns. I think that should be what it should be. Well,
actually,
Deshaun Watson. I don't care. Texans, Cowboys, 17 going to the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's not even going to be a contest. No,
but do you think 17? That's a lot of points. That's like a college.
Have you watched the Texans play?
The Texans gave the Eagles.
They gave the Eagles a game.
Everything they wanted.
Yeah, no, I think listen, of course I'd love to see the Texans win. I don't 17 points.
Interstate rivalry.
I think 17 points is a lot, but we saw what they did to the Colts.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not that many. I mean, maybe it's not too much. I like that spread actually, and okay. I would take that.
Okay, all right,
yeah.
All right. I would go with the money just because that's a crap ton of points. I would just have to say, hey, I tip my hat to you.
What was the score for the Colts game?
I don't know, but they blew them out. Lions Vikings in Detroit.
Fuck Minnesota.
The Lions. Your Detroit Lions are a 2-point favorite, which means they're not really a favorite at all. But still, the fact that they're going into the weekend as a favorite over a 10-2 team.
Yep.
Starting to speak to who the Lions are and who we starting to think the Lions can be. And also, it's Kirk Cousins. It is what it is. I don't like
Kirk O'Chains.
Kirk going Kirk.
Kirk O'Chains. I just don't want to see him do that anymore. By the way, for people that are old enough to know who this person is, when Kirk Cousins puts those glasses on, those heavy rimmed black glasses, doesn't he look like the white Shock G?
I hate you.
No?
I hate you so very much. The Humpty Dance is the... Oh, sorry.
It's okay, Josh, but we all know who most people, and if you don't look it up because he looks like the white Shock G, I want the Lions to beat the breath out of Minnesota.
Oh, God, that would be great.
Which one's Shock G?
What?
Which one's Shock G?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Come on, man.
This one?
No.
That one?
Oh, Shock G, yeah.
Yes.
Shock G just passed. Shock G just passed.
That is a RIP.
He passed what?
This past year.
This year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He passed. Fentanyl, I think.
Fentanyl.
Yeah. Whatever.
Is that how he passed?
I think so. If I remember right, I think it was drug related.
That makes me really sad.
Yeah. I want to say I think
Digital
it was
Underground is one of my favorite hip hop groups.
Tupac. That's where Tupac came.
That's right.
As a break dancer.
You guys, actually, one of my favorite Tupac songs. I mean, he has all of Digital Underground. It's I Get Around, and everybody's verse on that is fire.
George back there laughing at me. Okay, let's see. Moving on quickly, getting us out of here. All right, so got to talk about Giants, Eagles. I know you don't pick your team, but what do you guys? It's in New York. You guys just got out of a war.
Fit to be tied.
You got out of Vietnam, basically.
I don't know. You know what though?
What do you guys need to? What do you need to see for you guys to have a good chance to win this game?
Somebody for Daniel Jones to throw to. You know, you can't keep running Saquon because this past game, they finally got Saquon's number. The Commanders finally got Saquon's number, and they were stopping him at 2 and 3 yards, just like the Steelers did that game that he got hurt. And the way that I look at it, you can't put that load on him. It's like we don't have a pass. We don't have an edge rusher. We don't have, I'm not confident enough in our O-line. I mean, Darius Slayton, is he going to be healthy? I don't know. Who are we throwing it to? The beer vendor? And also our defense is getting tired because they're on the fucking field for so long. I need Brian Day. Listen, I don't think we're the favorites, okay? And that's all. I'm not going to comment on who I think is going to win, okay?
You guys
but I will say this:
dogs.
I need and you know what? I'm glad that that's a spread, okay?
Yeah.
You know what? But I need Brian Dable to go on in a 4th and fucking 1.
It's the season at this point.
You have to.
Yeah.
Now's the time. You did it against the Ravens. Have the balls to do it now. I mean, what do we? Somebody asked me what I thought would be a litmus test for success, okay? Like my gauge for success for the Giants for this year. I said I would be fucking thrilled if we won 7 games, 2 of them being in division. Listen, I'm pissed that we didn't beat the Cowboys, but everybody's injured. I'm not gonna make excuses. We lost, okay? And we got our asses handed to us. However, I am very happy with the progress our team made. We went from 3 or 4 wins last season to 7 this season.
It's been a successful season either way.
Yeah, I just don't want anybody to get crippled against the Eagles.
Yeah.
I just don't, but if we're going to play balls out football, then you play balls out fucking football.
Yeah.
I need Wink to be Big Daddy Wink again.
I just want to say I'm having some emotional growth because you said put a load on Saquon Barkley, and I let that slide. Moving on.
You'll get a cookie later.
Moving on. Quickly, Ravens Steelers in Pittsburgh. Ravens, remember, are without Lamar Jackson, who sprained his PCL. So, and the Steelers are a favorite. I actually think I'm going to take the Steelers.
I'm taking the Steelers too. Yeah.
And lastly, that's no, we can do one more after this. Buccaneers, Niners in San Francisco. That Purdy boy, we got the Purdy boy in,
Big Cock Brock.
Who you got? San Francisco is the favorite at 3.5.
We saw the game that Brady just pulled out, right?
Yep. Versus his nemesis, apparently, the Saints.
You can't ever discount Tom Brady, but I'm riding with my booze team. I'm riding with the Niners, and I love how George put the Niners helmet right behind me. And by the way, I would like to offer my services to Jimmy G. If he needs a private nurse, please reach out to me at the front row.
I think, listen, don't forget Tom Brady is from San Francisco.
So what? And so the fuck what?
So I think he's going to go off, personally.
You know what? Listen, it's funny. I never thought I'd ever root for Tom Brady, but I would. Right?
I know. And I'd be rooting for him now. I'm like, come on, Tom.
I'm like, come on.
One more time.
So, but you know who he's starting to look like? Fire Marshal Bill. Let me tell you something.
George,
Life's
George,
getting to him.
when you clip that one, go ahead and give me a fire marshal bill.
But you know what I mean? Like, I'm rooting because life is, listen, yeah, he left his kids and wife for one more fucking season.
one more ride. One ride too many.
But you know what? I really feel bad for the guy. And you can tell that life is taking its toll because his plugs are all like fucking asunder and
You
stuff.
always be getting on my man's hair plugs. You leave Tom alone.
They're like that.
Tom was the only one that actually got a good set.
And they're darker now. They're
They
darker.
are.
His locks are
They
darker.
are.
It's like,
They are.
that's Egyptian plum from Grecian formula. I know it.
hate you so much. Lastly, Dolphins Chargers in LA. Miami is favored 3.5.
I take Miami.
The Chargers need this win.
I take Miami.
They got to figure out a way. Miami still to this day has not really. They've not. Every time I'm like, oh my, then they come back and they don't look so good. So I think they might have 2 back-to-back bad games. This is. I mean, I know these guys are from Miami. They live in Miami, but this is also LA, so it's also a.
See, I love Justin Herbert though. So for me, it's going to be an interesting game. I'd like to see Miami just because I think of them as like the bad news bears of football almost.
Yeah.
Win, but I don't know. I like Justin Herbert too. Who now with a gun to my head, who do I think is going to win? It's going to be Miami by a field goal.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Okay. Moving on, Ro, to the NBA. Let's go ahead and get out of here first.
Yep.
My friends from Knicks Fans TV actually have posted talking about Cam Reddish, and I'm calling this the curious case of Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish over the last, let's see, he has not played probably in a few games now. The last 2 games for sure. But this is coming off the heels.
I think 4 or 5 games he hasn't played.
Yeah, and coming off the heels of a 26-19 game. You know, he has started. He's been a starter on this team. I think, and I think you've talked about this in the past. It might be time for Tom Thibodeau to go. And I've always been pro Tom because I know what he's done with young teams. But if he's going to grind Cam Reddish out of this team when they need wing scoring, wing defending, and then you start messing with someone's confidence.
Put Vogel in there. Vogel.
Wow.
Put Vogel. Have him be the head coach of the Knicks and see what he does with that team.
Wow.
I think it's time for Thibodeau to go.
He's already dealt with LA. So you can't hold that against him anymore.
He knows how to handle big personalities.
Yeah.
He knows how to deal.
And they don't have any. The Knicks don't have any big personalities like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 1,000%.
That's what I'm saying. I think you put Vogel in with that team that really fucking wants to win, but gets in their own way.
Yeah.
Vogel is technically very gifted as a coach. Again, and I've said this multiple times. I don't think he should have been fired. I think it should have been Rob Pelinka. You put Vogel as a HCN for the Knicks, watch him flourish.
I will make sure to tag my people on that and have them talk about that because that's actually that's pretty good. That's pretty good, and he's out there.
I think he'd be a great fit.
Do not do any more retread coaches. Like the Knicks need, and then listen, Vogel has won a title.
And Vogel
so say what you want. You can't take it away.
And Vogel gets the younger locker room. See, here's the thing. You can't put somebody but I'm not taking anything. I'm a Pat Riley fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Phil Jackson fan. I love Pops, okay? I think now, though, just like with Coach Coughlin and the Giants,
that era.
You have to, there is a different point of view. Vogel gets the younger point of view and doesn't demonize them for it either. Not saying that the other coaches do. I'm just saying that he gets it and he's fine with it and he lets them be them. He, like Vogel did with Kyle Kuzma. I can't stand Kyle Kuzma, by the way. But he gets it and he's fine with players attaching their championship rings to their Crocs. No, but I say, watch him run, watch him flourish.
That's an interesting one. All right, up next, the Boston Celtics are now 20-5, and I watched them beat the brakes off the Suns yesterday.
Tatum.
They look good.
Let me tell you something, Tatum. Right now, if you said MVP, right now I got 3 people. Actually, I got 4 people.
Give me your 4.
Okay, I got Halliburton, I got Giannis,
Wow.
I got Tatum, and I got Anthony Davis.
Well, we'll get to Anthony Davis in a second, but Tyrese Halliburton, that's all right. That's not bad.
You see how I don't know if you've been watching him lately, but the way that he's been playing has been lights out basketball.
Yeah.
It's been 80s lights out basketball.
Man, well, I will say this: the Celtics, I thought that they were going to buckle, just with all the nonsense that was going on with them, and they've shut me up because they've looked good.
Tatum is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this as a Lakers fan, I'm like, whew.
I watched them. So they put the game literally put me to sleep. I watched them get literally probably about 10 turnovers in the span of maybe 5 minutes game time. And it was turnover after turnover. And this was coming from Chris Paul. This was coming from Devin Booker. This was from stars. It wasn't
How you feeling about the West Coast right now? Who?
They don't know.
They don't even know, right?
The whole West Coast. I was going to talk about that later on, but New Orleans is number 2 in the West right now. Who knew?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, the West doesn't know what it wants to be. And we've talked about this in terms of, we don't really take the season serious until around Christmas or shortly thereafter.
Yeah, basketball, the NBA doesn't start until after Christmas in my eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but we do start to see who's real.
Who emerges.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then it's can you keep it going? Can you keep this energy and keep playing to your strengths and then also injuries? Because there's been a lot of star injuries this year. A lot of stars have gone down. James Harden has gone down, missed a lot of time. Bradley Beal.
We know what James Harden is doing.
Well, he was in good shape, right?
James Harden has been injured in some form of fashion for the
his
last
jaw.
3 or 4 seasons.
His jaw from too
No,
much eating.
I'm sorry. I just think his heart's not in it.
That's fair too. He's made a lot of money. But there
has been a lot of injuries.
He to on the James Harden point, this season he at least looked in good shape. He came back for James Harden. He didn't look overweight. He looked in good shape.
He didn't look like Giannis. Let's just make that clear. He looked like skinny Rick Ross.
Big head, but body still not sure of himself.
No, he looked like Captain Caveman a little bit. But that's good shape for James Harden.
I hate you so
No,
much.
but it's true.
Oh my God. All right, but don't look now.
Yeah.
Your Lakers are 7-3 in the last 10.
Yep.
Anthony Davis has gone completely wild, and I have been saving this for the show. Y'all better go ahead and sit Anthony Davis out for about 4 games, because if you don't, snap, crackle, and pop is coming. That train is never late.
That train is always on time. Thank you. You legit, I swear you read my mind. I'm like, sit him down. Just sit him down.
He needs some maintenance days. He needs some rest days. You keep going. Look, Darvin Ham, you run that thing in the red, it's going to be a bad day.
Anthony Davis is it's like Cameron's dad's Ferrari and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It can only go for a short ride when you need it to be meaningful and have an impact. And then you tuck it back in the glass garage for a little bit, okay? But like I said, my MVP runners at this point are Halliburton, it is Giannis, it is Tatum, it is Anthony Davis.
He's definitely an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, he's single-handedly basically brought to everyone's point, this is what everyone has always said. Everyone's always said Anthony Davis has to be the guy. So, hold
on. I think that we also need to give Russell Westbrook a little bit of flowers too, because he's stepping up. This 7-3 run, it hasn't been primarily Anthony Davis and LeBron.
Yeah.
It's been Russell Westbrook too. I think that we've been hard on him.
And we gotta be softer on him when he's doing well.
Well, he's contributing to these wins.
Yeah.
In a meaningful way, right?
Yeah.
And he's not fighting with the fans, so that's always good.
It's always a positive. Lord have mercy, because I thought he was about to kill a cameraman last week. And before we get out, do you have any surprise teams that you've seen so far? Or good or bad?
You know what? I think the Lakers will surprise me if they keep doing well.
Okay. All right. That's fair.
Okay.
I think the Nets, even going through all the turmoil that they've gone through, Ben Simmons, I guess, sadly, is a surprise. I thought that he was going to play, but I think he might be done.
I'm
I
surprised
think-
Miami isn't doing better.
Okay.
I'm
They've had
surprised-
injuries. They've had some injuries and
Yeah,
some
but
COVID.
that's par for the course. So is everybody else. I'm surprised that Miami isn't doing better. Right now, I have the Celtics taking it all the way.
Yeah.
But if you were to ask me who the dark horse is, it'd be New Orleans.
Wow. All right. Well, I think that's it. I think we're good, George. From
Yes.
all of us at the American Forum, the American Fan, myself, Josh, Miss Rosine, and George with the luscious beard in the back. We'd love to just say thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, you guys.